Okay. Here's the deal about painters, and I guess you could call this the painter's almanac. It's the fall soon, a couple of moons of import to painters. The harvest moon will come, the hunter's moon, because you never really know. But let's see, just historically speaking, in the great civilization of post-Mesopotamian Tigris, Euphrates domination, dominion, geolocal, the specific thing I want to say is about, we'll say in the Catholic Church, when there was icons of Mary and child that suffered great tragedies, churches burnt down, total turmoil, but somehow through divine intervention some of these icons were kept safe. But as Protestants and others, Calvinists and Lutherans kept, none specifically those closest to Luther, but it was an inspiration by Zwingli and all the guys of iconoclasm of the Catholic churches, because of the belief that they were idolizing these images, icons. But and we won't get into discussion of the value of idolizing icons, but the thing is that they ended up in galleries, a lot of these paintings, and the gallery owners and the sellers of these trinkets, if you will, of great value, you know, which really they just sold to the biggest floor, stick biggest price on a bunch of wood and paint that was pretty much useless. It had to be repainted a million times because it rotted, because a lot of the pigments and substances they used were of animal origin. So lends a bit of credence to that whole green war against the use of animals and shit. But after the birth of the gallery, which is like the death of the cathedral as a gallery of sorts for religious art, painting became a little less religious slowly, and then there was a market culminating in like the Picasso market, which I say was another transformation around between 1930 and 1960 and all that, what I call the Salvador Dali market, which is different. It's more like a Dollarama market kind of place. But after the birth of the gallery, there was catalog paintings of what they had in their in stock, and you could buy them. And there were also discourses. You knew how to read the images and the sequences and disposition of the images, which was somewhat allegorical in a horizontal format. You could read the catalog painting, and it said a little more than just what was for sale. Always with that icon still bypassing the whole iconoclastic, anti-Catholic, anti-papal feeling to its sentiment, which at the turn of the century in France was also very strong. The communists, who led Picasso, probably bedfellow of men like such as Franco, you know. And yeah, so this whole sort of hijinks there. Painters know a lot about this just from practicing the craft, and really, just like the great painter David was a minister of propaganda of the terror, or whatever, the reign of terror. So, you know, his death of Marat is a beautiful painter, yes, and also an icon which terrorized more people than I don't know, than statues of Stalin.